Professional tennis requires higher and higher standards for those competing to be the best. Whether mental or physical, many top players have faced a defining challenge in their battle to reach the very top.
The back injury for me was difficult. I was dealing with that for a couple of years really, and I had some of my best results when just before I had the surgery, but it was challenging not only on the court but away from it, because when you're doing your physical training away from the court and it's sore, it's kind of on a daily basis, it's just tiring. It can be quite frustrating when it isn't getting better and you're doing all of the right things, but you just can't seem to get rid of the issue. That's tough.
I had to have elbow surgery, and actually 5 or 6 weeks later I was into the quarters of Indian Wells for the first time, and I think those few weeks of really coming back and being able to come back without actually missing that much time was definitely a big plus.
I had stress fractures in my back, either side, which kept me out for about 7 months apiece. So I missed a lot of time, so it's good to be back healthy, playing good tennis, so it's a good feeling.
I was struggling with the back issue, and that was really quite a hard time. So that was about a 5-month struggle, and I think it was actually the week before Wimbledon that I was pain-free for the first time, and then I think that was kind of a turning point a little bit. And just really appreciate when I'm on the court playing pain-free. I don't take it for granted now, and I'm enjoying my time on the court a lot more.
I had 2 surgeries in the end of January, started the season off well, making the final in Sydney, and it was difficult times for me, missing all that February, March, April, and it was my first tournament back on hard court, that Columbia Open, and I won it, and for me to do that was huge, because 4 months ago, before that, I was under surgery, so for me I couldn't be happier, and it was tough. My ranking was dropping. I needed some sort of magic, and I was happy to win my 2nd title, and that title was huge for me, and it's a title that I always remember in my career.
Whilst many face the adversity of injury, for others their biggest challenge can be psychological. Success and failure throw up their own unique obstacles.
I'm looking into the rest of my career as another big challenge, absolutely, to try to recreate the tennis I was playing at New York, and also to try to, of course, be at the top of my game week after week. I think that's the biggest challenge I'm going to have, and it's a huge motivation, absolutely. I won this Grand Slam, it's a great feeling, and I want to still be doing well. I just don't want to be satisfied with this one. Everything has to build up. We have to continue in my team to working better and to build up onto new things, new challenges, and that's for sure the biggest motivation a player can have, to try to improve every day in his career.
At one point in time, I had lost 17 matches in a row, which was pretty tough. And you get in those positions where you have a chance to win, but you're not used to winning, so somehow you relapse and go back into the thought or the mindset of you're not going to win, and it kind of slips away. So to get through that and to be back winning matches, it's pretty good.
One of the most interesting part, I think, is as a tennis player, sometimes you're feeling really down after losses and during the tournaments, but I think the beauty of the game is that every week you have another chance to prove yourself and to be better. And of course, at some point, I think the mental strength plays a better game than you on the court.
One of sport's biggest challenges is to make it on the ATP World Tour. Today, stars are rising to it as the game reaches ever higher levels. Next week on ATP World Tour Uncovered, we zero in on Zagreb. Happy 10th anniversary to the PBZ Zagreb Indoors. And the action doesn't stop there. We report from the Ecuador Open Quito and the Open Sud de France in Montpellier. Don't forget to log on to atpworldtour.com for your 24/7 breaking news, and talk with us on Facebook and Twitter in English and Spanish. See you next week.